Behind the white coat, the stethoscope, and the trusted profession lay a man who concealed a dark secret, one that would forever alter the lives of hundreds. Dr. Harold Shipman, a man revered in his community, was more than just a doctor. He was a murderer, a trusted medical professional who, under the guise of caring for the sick and elderly, secretly administered lethal doses of painkillers to end their lives. This is the story of the world's most prolific serial killer. How did Shipman, a man so seemingly ordinary, slip through the cracks of the medical profession and take the lives of so many? The path to his monstrous deeds didn't begin with a grand scheme. It began, as many stories of darkness do, in the quietest of places. Born in 1946 in Nottingham, England, Shipman's childhood was marked by an unremarkable family life, until tragedy struck. His mother, a stern woman who worked as a nurse, fell ill with lung cancer when Shipman was just 17. Watching his mother's slow, painful death under medical care would haunt him forever. It is said that this loss shaped his views on death and medicine, though no one could have predicted how it would manifest in his later years. Was it this tragedy that set him on a course of destruction? Or was it something far darker within him, lying dormant until the right moment to awaken? Harold Shipman's ambition led him to study medicine, a career that would afford him both power and trust. By the time he graduated, Shipman had learned to hide behind the mask of a caring physician. His skill with patients was unparalleled, his bedside manner calm and reassuring. But beneath the surface, there was a growing obsession with control. He quickly gained a reputation as a reliable doctor in the town of Hyde. But what most didn't know was that his patients were not just numbers in a medical ledger, they were potential victims. Shipman's popularity was part of his strategy. As he gained the trust of the elderly, their families, and the community, he began to play a dangerous game, a game that would eventually cost hundreds their lives. But even the most cunning criminals are not immune to suspicion. In 1998, the first whispers of something dark began to surface. A patient named Kathleen Grundy, a well-loved elderly woman, was found dead under mysterious circumstances. What seemed like a natural death quickly raised eyebrows. She had recently made a will, leaving her estate to Shipman, a fact that would soon become a critical clue. An investigation was launched, and the truth began to slowly unravel. The pieces of the puzzle were starting to fit, but no one was prepared for the horrifying truth. The investigation uncovered a chilling pattern. Shipman, over a span of more than 20 years, had killed at least 250 people, most of them elderly women. He used his position to gain access to their homes, their trust, and their lives. The arrest of Harold Shipman in 1998 sent shockwaves through the community. How could someone with such trust and authority betray it in the most unimaginable way? The trial that followed revealed the extent of Shipman's deception. His charm, his authority as a doctor, and his meticulous planning all played a role in his ability to carry out his killings. But the question remained, why? To understand Shipman, we must delve into his psyche. What motivated a man who was respected in his field to commit such heinous crimes? Was it the trauma of his mother's death, the power he felt over life and death itself, or something more sinister? Psychologists have debated for years, but one thing is clear. Shipman thrived on control. He played God with the lives of his patients, choosing who would live and who would die. As Shipman's reign of terror came to an end, the families of his victims were left to pick up the pieces. The trust that had once been placed in a doctor was shattered, and the medical profession would forever be haunted by the events that unfolded in Hyde. Though Shipman's trial ended with a life sentence, the pain and loss felt by his victims' families would never end. In the wake of his crimes, new regulations and oversight were put in place to prevent such a tragedy from happening again. Harold Shipman's story serves as a reminder that evil often wears a mask. A man who had the power to heal was, in fact, the one bringing death. In the quietest corners of society, darkness can lurk, hidden behind the facade of normalcy. The question remains, how many more like him are out there, waiting for their moment to strike? Stay curious, stay informed. This is Funtastic Knowledge, where every story comes to life. Remember to subscribe to Funtastic Knowledge for more powerful narratives from the past. Don't forget to like, share, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest episodes.